First, in my view, we need to see each of the educational enterprises needing to evolve, having the space to evolve, and differentiating itself from each other. Now, this, of course, works at different levels, from an individual teacher choosing to use Web 2 to a whole institution redirecting its efforts. With full acknowledgement that you truly are living in a rapidly shifting ecosystem with the landscape changing around you. And in there, you need to know where your specialness has come from in the past and where it's likely to come from in the future. And note, the two are unlikely to be the same. Each educational enterprise needs to know what kinds of differentiation will be rewarded by its learners, and from this you can identify what kinds of innovation are most required. Now, all of this is the outward-facing part of the story. At the very same time, you need to take a good look at your legacy of internal dynamics. What happens when a much-loved, well-rehearsed structure or competence in your enterprise is no longer a differential? I'd go too far to suggest that this aspect is critically the nub of the problem and can defeat the most committed of innovators. Now, the biggest challenge is to shift resources to new areas and to acknowledge how deeply threatening such changes can be to those of us working in education. A kind of protective inertia emerges as the enemy of these disabling innovations. And what's more, in education, the longer you have been offering learning, the harder it becomes, because you develop this legacy of past achievements. And it's very powerful, especially in universities. Now, I believe if more people understand what kind of responses are appropriate to this powerful inertia, leadership, management, government partnerships with learners and other stakeholders, then energy will be redirected towards transfiguring learning, nothing less. In my view, to continually innovate is not something we should aspire to, but instead we should be designing or redesigning education to ensure innovation is at the fore. Just as nature's ecosystems respond to different strategies for living in different niches, so education needs to respond to the hugely wide variation of opportunities if learners of the future are to flourish. And our biggest challenge is to choose the kind of innovation appropriate to our learners and then exploit it deeply and well enough to create separation from others in the ecosystem. I just want to take a moment to think about the nature of resistance to change. I ask all of you, how is it possible that the most enterprising and creative animal on earth, all of us, could possibly see change as a significant challenge? We love to be creative, to communicate our ideas. We are born to question and develop. Those of us working in education, in whatever role, are here because we have very high aspirations and we know the importance of sharing and developing knowledge. We build on the ideas of others, we plant seeds, we see them grow in our organisations, and we pass them on. We have got into our different branches of learning because we love doing those things. And recently, with the bright lights of techno-shine, still more ideas and more ways of sharing and creating knowledge come tumbling out, endlessly jostling for our individual and collective attention. So how come academics are resistant? Teachers are outraged by new technologies. Corporate training got trapped into electronic page turning. How could that have happened?